Andres, we're all on stage at the beginning. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our live and last preview of the ISF World Seed Congress. I'm Ira from ISF, and I'm very pleased to be joined by all of my colleagues here at the Secretariat. So, can all give a wave? We're very glad that you've made the time to join us here this morning or this afternoon, wherever you're joining us from. And before we get started, we have a little question that we would like to ask everybody to put in the chats to let us know where you're watching us from. And if you are joining us in Lisbon, whether on site or even online via Channel World Seed, what are you most looking forward to? We've shared the program, we've shared the highlights on our website. So if you know already what you're looking forward to, please let us know in the chats and we'll be reading them throughout the live. So the theme of this year's Congress is Joint Actions, Resilient Futures, which reflects a very simple but important message that no one company, country, organization, or actor of the value chain can address today's challenges alone. This year's Congress comes at a moment when agri-food systems are under pressure from geopolitical tensions, climate shocks, conflict, disrupted trade routes, and rapidly evolving technologies, including AI, digital tools, everything affecting plant breeding innovation. Today, we would like to explore all of these different themes together with our Secretariat. And to get started, let's do a quick check-in, like I mentioned, coming through the different channels. But let's get started first with our colleagues here. What are you most looking forward to in Lisbon? Should we go with Michael?
I'm looking forward to Lisbon to meet the diversity of our members. It's great to engage and see them once per year in person during 3 days. That's great.
Excellent. Marie?
I'm looking forward to Lisbon and to see happy members and that who will have a good business and fruitful business.
Excellent. That's always nice. We have a few people in the chat as well, and so it would be great to know where you're joining us from and what you're most looking forward to. We have colleagues from Falcon Seed and different other colleagues joining in. So let's go to Ben. What are you looking forward to in Lisbon?
Hi, everyone. I'm looking for inspiring and refreshing discussion. So really looking forward to seeing you all in Lisbon.
And Kaula?
Hi, everyone. I'm really looking for an exciting Congress and an inspiring discussions as well towards this joint action and resilient future with all our members and also our guest speakers.
Excellent. And we do have a lot of exciting speakers. Rose.
Yes, I'm really looking forward to see all the members, to engage with them, to also see a lot of the international panelists that will be coming for the Congress, and of course, design many different types of collaborations to go ahead and further the key strategic objectives of ISF.
Excellent. Tessa, who is joining us for the first time on this live Q&A.
Yes, I'm really looking forward to meeting the members in Lisbon and also other events that will take place around the meetings themselves.
Excellent. Okay, and Camille, last but not least, the event manager.
I'm really looking forward to welcome and see again our sponsor and all the exhibitors we have this year.
And we do have a lot, so I can get started with that. We, as of this week, have around over 1,600 people joining us, registered for the Congress, delegates and guests from 74 countries, representing over 900 companies and organizations. So this is turning out to be a very dynamic, exciting Congress based on the registration figures that we have. And also a lot of trading tables. I think we have over 318 trading tables so far, and also a record number of booths. So this will be really a very busy, dynamic, well-attended Congress. Let's get started with Michael, Secretary General of ISF. Apart from what you mentioned that you're looking forward to in Lisbon, what is it about this year, our theme, but also the location, that you think is drawing people to attend?
Thanks, first of all, having me, Ira. And I'm just back from visiting some of our national seed associations in Poland and in Germany. And what I feel, we all have a sense of the world is changing dramatically. And at the same time, we all understand how much is it important that we all find a way to think about the nutrition and the food and nutrition and food security of tomorrow, more than ever. And I think therefore the theme of this year, Joint Action, Resilient Future, is perfectly fitting with this very difficult environment we as the seed sector are acting. But when I'm saying we as the seed sector, we should always remind ourselves, hey, we are the starting point of the whole food value chain. It means resilience means, and this is the topics we will discuss also in Portugal. Resilience means it's resilience about what's the future business model of the seed sector. What's the future agricultural system in general? What's the future of trade? Can we move in future where we know we need to move more seeds around to increase nutrition and food security? Can we move this in this unstable political environment? And what will be the future of the business practices? What's our relationship with the farmers? And we had lots of discussions also during the last 2 days about the relationship between the seed sector and the farmers, because this is our day-to-day business. But we also will see resilience means also it's about topics like phytosanitary issues. What's the frame that seeds can move from one country to another? And we have more and more seed movement around the world. You see, resilience is, at the end, it's about politics, it's about business, it's about agriculture, but it's also about our capacity to continue to innovate in this changing environment. And I think this is what we are looking for to discuss on site. And as the private sector, Lisbon is a perfect fit also to take further steps also in our engagement, but also further steps in bringing together the diversity of the actors to think about, hey, what are the actions we can do together, joint actions, to ensure that the future will be resilient.
Thank you, Michael. And as you mentioned, apart from those very important topics, I think it doesn't hurt that we're going to Lisbon in May, when the weather tends to be particularly nice, not too warm, not too cold. Bright skies, and obviously by the waterfront, the Congress is located. Doesn't hurt.
Oh, look, and it's fantastic place. We went there several times to prepare the Congress, and I'm saying, first of all, the setup of the venue, And I'm always thinking about, as you mentioned, currently, and it's good to remind all of us, currently we're at the level that we couldn't even beat the record of participation at the Congress. It shows also, first of all, the dynamics of the sector, but also the need to meet, but also in what we are looking for, there will be many people coming there for training. There will be many people spending their 3 days in 50, 60, 70 meetings. And we took also into account the needs of those coming. And it's a beautiful venue. There's a lot of daylight. And come on, food and culture in Portugal is exciting. And one thing I always like, and that's the specificity perhaps also of the seed sector. We have also accompanying program. We have a lot of people coming there, joining us, also partners, friends of the seed sector to join. That means it's showing the attractiveness of Portugal, but it's showing also, hey, Lisbon is really a place to be in May, where it starts to become warm. We are starting to feel, hey, summer is coming. We are still in spring, but is this not the best place to go in less than 3 weeks?
Exactly. 17 days to be exact. And that's even less than 3 weeks. So thank you for that, Michael. And I think now we're going to go day by day into our program. But before I do that, I want to acknowledge people joining us online. I see that we have somebody from Cameroon in Africa. And speaking of Cameroon, I have a colleague who had been there not long ago for the World Trade Organization Ministerial Conference. Kaula, tell us, maybe you can walk us through day one. First of all, maybe how was Cameroon? But apart from that, can you walk us through day one? What are the key issues from a trade and market perspective?
Thank you, Ira. And Cameroon was great. Lovely people, lovely weather, and good food as well. So, and the ministerial conference of the WTO was just amazing. But back to our Congress. So day one is really about markets and trade. So it's we are excited about having several panels. The first one is on shocks, shift, and silver lining, what's ahead of for global seed markets. But also we have other session on market outlook. Why are we talking about this? Because, as you know, the seed business is really global by nature, from breeding, production, testing, multiplication, treatment, and delivery. These stages often involve several countries around the world. And when trade policy becomes fragmented or unpredictable, it affects the whole value chain. And we want to discuss in these topics, in this panel, really the predictability in this situation now. So, as I said, on Monday we have 2 sessions, and we are really pleased to welcome a keynote session by Dr. Edwin Casey from the WTO. He's the Director of Agriculture and Commodity. And we will also have another session late in the afternoon, which will look at market trends and risks. So the important message here is really regulation must protect people, plants, and the environment, but it must also enable innovation and movement and seed trade. And as we are all looking from a seed business perspective for science-based, risk-based as well, and harmonized approach across all countries around the world to make really the business, the seed business workable. And also, as Michael has mentioned, it's very important to have that understanding from the policymakers, but also from the value chain.
Excellent, Kaula. And indeed, you're one of these panels, the Global Markets panel on Monday. It's one of our most popular panels, in fact, the most popular panels based on the registration. So I guess there's a lot of interest. So for those indeed who are joining us in Lisbon, please make sure to head to the plenary room for that. Save it in your calendar so you don't miss it, because I'm sure it will be a really, really insightful panel. And somewhere, it's a place where we can gather direction in these times where perhaps, many of us are looking for that good direction. Thanks, Kaula. So let's move on to day 2. Tuesday begins really early for some of us. I know for me, because we have the Congress Run for Seed Resilience happening from 6:30 to 7:30. Tessa, I have you here. You're also one of the runners. I know you just completed your first 20K run this weekend. Congratulations for that. Um, so tell us how many people have signed up, and what do we need to know about this run and also this walk that will happen?
Thank you, Aira. So for the Tuesday Congress run, we already have a great momentum with 50 runners and 13 walkers who signed up so far. And registration remains open until 16 May, so there's still time to join if you haven't signed up yet. Participants can choose between a 5K run or a 3K walk, making it accessible to everybody. And both the run and the walk will take place along the waterfront near the Congress Center, as you can see on the screen. Finally, every registration donation will benefit the Seed Resilience Foundation.
Excellent. Thank you. And can people still sign up, Tessa?
Yes, until 16th of May.
Until 16th of May. So if you are joining us in Lisbon and are keen to have another great social event while also keeping up with your fitness or wellness routine, please do join this event for a good cause. I know at least 3 of us in the team will be there, and we're excited to see you. All right, so Tuesday is also introducing a new event in the Congress, also one of our more popular events based on the registration figures. Marie, can you tell us more about this event, which is the future of family business in the seed sector? Why are we talking about this now, and what was the idea behind it?
Thank you very much, Ira. Indeed, this is the first time in an ISF World Seed Congress that we will talk about this topic on family business. Because behind this topic, it started with the woman lunch, and we thought it would be nice. We realized that there was lots of women from the family business, and then that's how we extended to family business, but not only for women, for sure, of course. And so, because family business is a major part of the global seed sector, and many are already deeply rooted in their communities, and they build long-term relationships with farmers, customers, and partners. Nevertheless, family business are facing very different challenges than other companies. And mostly, and that will be the main topic of the discussion, on next generation leadership, governance. Also, one of the main challenges is their succession. How do you handle this succession, and do you have some successor coming in your family company? So this luncheon will be really the place to give the floor to 4 family business will be represented with a wonderful moderator also, Albertian Thomason, who is coming with a specialized into family business network from the Netherlands, which is a very important network. And so this will really be the place for family to express their challenge, to share their experience, and to open the dialogues and the conversation. So hopefully the plan is, of course, to start the discussion in Lisbon, but to continue in future congresses.
Thank you, Marie. Indeed, family businesses are one of the backbones of the industry, as we noted in our 100-year history book. Thank you very much for that. And also for everyone who has signed up or expressed interest for this panel, make sure to put it on your calendars. This will happen on the first floor of the Congress Center at the Mirror Restaurant. So not the plenary room, Mirror Restaurant. Excellent. So let's move on to day 3, which is Wednesday. And this brings us into focuses on sustainability, plant health, inclusive seed systems, and of course the future of ISF itself, but also of the industry. And the day starts with the ladies' breakfast, which Marie will also be leading. But the plenary program starts at 9 a.m. with a very important panel entitled Beyond ESG, what sustainability really looks like for agriculture. And Ben is our man in charge of this panel. Can you tell us more about what people could expect?
Yeah, for sure. Thanks, Ira. And indeed, Wednesday we'll start early with this first panel, planned at 9 a.m. local time. And indeed, that will be an interesting one because we are bringing the sustainability topics for a few years now into the Congress discussion. But this time we really wanted to take it to a different level, really to look beyond the agricultural sector and beyond the seed community to really look at the different trends and what potentially is or will is impacting or will impact, let's say, all the different elements related to environment, but also social and governance. And I think in our case as ISF, we also always are keen to showcase the good and best stories from our seed members and seed companies to explain what they are doing good, but also guide them on a reporting mechanism related to sustainability, but you really use that not as a reporting mechanism, but how to improve and do better. And that's also where we guide them on also international recommendation practices, but also benchmarking with other industry. And that's why we really wanted to look over the fence and really to invite speakers and experts from outside the seed sector community. Of course, we'll have seed industry experts, but also with others that will bring us to an interesting and inspiring discussion on the Wednesday morning for these sustainability topics. And also, please join us because we might have also some nice announcement because social responsibility is one important element. We work with people, we work for farmers, and for sure that the way that our seed companies and members are acting really does impact life of millions of people. So in that case, we'll explain how we have drafted in terms of social responsibility guiding tools and toolkit, and that will be interesting to learn that. Last point on the sustainability, you will see that also on Friday, we'll have a discussion related to forest. This is quite new, but also interesting because also forest reforestation starts with seeds. So that will be interesting also to invite some experts in that domain to also explain what the tree seed industry and what are their needs also to encourage innovation, but also movement of seedlings and seed in different parts of the world. So please join us on Wednesday, Inspiring Day, looking at the future, and also in line with our slogan for this year, Joint Action, Resilient Future. So looking forward to seeing you on Wednesday there.
Thank you so much, Ben. And I just flashed a couple of comments from people who were congratulating us, I guess, on this new move that you've mentioned. And that's excellent. So please tune into that panel because there will be a special announcement at the end, a launch at the end, and it will be very important for the sector, not just for ISF, I think, and its members. Thanks, Ben. So Wednesday also includes a very timely session. And this time we're taking you back to Belém in Brazil, where COP30 happened last November. And we're taking that conversations here to Lisbon. And I have my colleague Rose, who can explain why are we taking this conversation across the Atlantic.
Thank you so much, Ira. It's a pleasure to be here. And why not? Because plant health, climate resilience, and trade are increasingly connected. Let's not mistake about this. By bringing the discussions that take place in Belém in COP30 into this discussion here in Lisbon within the seed sector, we are connecting the broader climate policy agenda with practical realities of the phytosanitary decision making and, of course, the international seed trade. This session has an opportunity to highlight that plant health is not separated from climate resilience and seed trade is not separated from food security. Seed is an important part of the complete value chain, and we needed to highlight the problem, the issues, the challenges, and how we can together to be able to bring all the actors together to be able to be part of the same conversation. It is an opportunity to reinforce the key message from the seed sector that seed can and must be part of the climate solution. And for this, we're requiring a regulatory systems that can manage the risk effectively without any unnecessary disruption, which can disrupt the access of innovation and, of course, the farmers to be able to have access to good quality seeds. We will be having representatives of international organizations where they will be talking about the current work that they are doing, how important the discussions on climate change it is, and which kind of discussions it was taking place back in Belém. And of course, looking forward, which kind of discussions will be taking place in Antalya at the end of the year with COP31. ISF was present already in COP30, where we brought some of the message from plant health and how we'll be able to bring this within and how much climate resilience, the seed sector are affected by climate change. And so this is incredibly important. I'm looking forward to have everybody coming to this conversation, to have this very important discussion for the seed sector, but for all of us. And also I would like to just highlight there is another Channel World Seeds that will be happening on day 1 and day 2 as well. That will be talking about some of the further works that the International Seed Federation is doing around seed innovation. That will be very important and very much linking to plant health and climate resilience.
Thank you, Rose. Excellent, excellent discussion as well to look forward to. Yeah, so now that we have a bit of a taste of every one of the 3-day program, I want to bring back everyone here on the screen with me. Now, just a reminder for everyone as well who's watching us that these are all just highlights, so you can find the full program on our website. You can discover all of the panels and the Channel World Seed sessions there as well. So please, please do that. Now, before anything else, I would like to ask our colleagues here, what is one word? So I'm really going to be strict with one word. You hope people will associate with the seed sector after Lisbon. Let's go around. Let's start with Ben.
Innovative.
Nice. Kaula.
Resilience.
Excellent. Tessa.
Active.
Marie.
Memorable.
Rose.
Collaborative.
Camille.
Dynamic.
Andres.
I'll cheat a bit and say 2 words: social impact.
Oh la la. Okay. Michael.
I will not cheat, but it comes from the heart. Fun.
Exactly. Well done. I think those are all great first words. And if the others who are watching us, I see we have people from Libya, from the Netherlands, from India joining us. So if you also want to type in your one word, let us know. It's great to have all of these words and compile them for the future. Moving on now to the next part. So this is now focusing on the special events that we are hosting as part of the Congress. Like Michael said, it is also about fun. And like other colleagues said, it's collaboration, it's dynamic, it's active, with all of these things in between. So let's go first that we are introducing this year primetime exhibitors, where people can find out more about some companies exhibiting their products and services at the Congress. So this is the lineup that you can see there on screen. We have a great lineup, and so you make sure that you don't miss that. As a reminder, most panel sessions, discussions are streamed on our YouTube channel if you're watching us from there now, or also on LinkedIn if you're watching us from there now. So make sure to subscribe where you can see it. I think Andres has also a video of all of these exhibitors that have shared their video with us. Some of them will be on the prime time, and so please don't miss that. And thank you to all the exhibitors for joining in on this. It's really excellent to see. Also, yeah, Channel World Seed is back, as you know, and this is the heart of the Congress Center, and it helps us to bring conversations that happen in the Congress to a broader audience. But now let's move to the next generation, or the future generation corner. Andres, I know you're producing this live, but I want to steal you a bit for a few questions. So what is different this year with the future generation corner?
Yeah, thank you, Ira. And I'm happy to share a few words on what people can expect this year, notably at the Future Generation Corner. I think this year is really going to be the place to be. We have young leaders who have worked pretty hard on preparing their own dedicated program right there at the corner. But they will also not only stay at the Future Generation corner, they have prepared themselves to actively contribute to the different panel conversation that we have discussed so far. And I also would like to highlight another moment, particularly the one on Tuesday at 4:30 p.m., where they will be hosting a special exchange with Jeff Rowe, so Syngenta CEOs, at the Future Generation Corner for an intergenerational conversation. So I think that's something that you definitely don't want to miss. And when we talk about youth engagement, I also wanted to mention the fact that as a Congress, we wanted to leave a lasting impact. So that's why we have introduced a legacy project. So I won't give everything away now, but please note that there will be a special session on that regard on Channel World Seeds on Tuesday at 3:30 p.m. So my main message to everyone is really to come visit the Future Generation Corner and join the session and come talk with the young people who will be present at the Congress.
Excellent, Andres. And this year we are partnering with Engine, again, the Next Generation in Agriculture Network, and also the International Association of Students in Agriculture and Related Sciences, or ES, Portugal, who will be joining us there. So that's very, very exciting. Thank you for that, Andres. And this year also we have our ISF booth, which we started last year in Istanbul. We have an ISF booth to promote ISF and the International Seed Health Initiative, or ISHI. So they will be there answering your questions if you're curious about ISHI. And also we have a place to promote the next Congress, which will be held in... Drumroll, please. Do I have a drumroll coming, Andres? No. Okay, so it will be held in Toronto. So that's exciting. And I have here Marie, who can tell us more about what people can expect from this booth.
Yeah, thank you, Ira, again. So yeah, please come and visit the ISF booth because there will be plenty of, as Ira mentioned, you can meet our ISHI experts, and also to promote Toronto, I don't know how to pronounce this, but it will come. And there will be two games, and of course with wonderful prize to win. We have to set them already. We don't know yet what the price are, but they will come out. And there will be someone also from the Canadian Tourism Office. So you can come and ask really questions, about the country, about the city. There will be also the Canadian Seed Association will be present at the booth to reply to question and to make the game happen also. So please come along, visit the ISF booth and enjoy the games and get all the question and information for next year in Toronto.
Thanks, Marie. And I think it's not a surprise if we allow people to prepare for these games. So for those curious, what games will there be at the booth?
There will be the cornhole. Cornhole, and the I can't remember the name. Like the.
I think it's called tabletop curling.
Where you have to throw the ball and to arrive in the circle.
Exactly. Thank you, Marie. So indeed, we have cornhole and tabletop curling. So for those of you who are well versed in this, well, feel free to sharpen your skills. And if not, feel free to explore because there is a great prize up for grabs for those who win these games. And if you want to play, of course, you have to visit the ISF booth. And I know that, Marie, just to get you back again here, I know that we have a lot of spaces in the Congress and it can get really busy. What is your advice for people to make the most of the Congress and everything that it offers?
I think, don't stick only to your, meetings, or please go around. The advice is to walk around the exhibition area. Also, we have, some raised space, on the mezzanine level, where there will be dedicated rooms for our associate member, national seed associations, more quiet room, and go along and into the exhibition area if you want to be into the excitement. Then we have the trading floors, of course, which are a bit separated from the exhibition, and just grab a coffee, enjoy the exhibition, and between your meetings, and to be able to visit everything and to enjoy and to go to the panels also.
Excellent. Thank you, Marie. Very good advice. I just wanted to show, so people are sharing their one word to define the Congress. So I have here innovation from our colleague who's based in Kenya. Thank you for joining us. I also have one here on my screen, but I cannot flash. It's called collaboration. I have another one that says social. That's key. And also another one that says vanguard. So I guess, similar to innovation. So thank you for joining us and sharing your words. If you have your one word to describe the seed sector that you hope will be associated with the seed sector after Lisbon, please feel free to type that in. So I'm going to go through questions. If anybody has questions, please feel free to put them in the chat. I have one here that I can grab. Sorry for looking down. About the app. Camille, maybe you can help us with this. When will the app be available?
Well, the app is available on stores as of today, so you might be able to download it already. Then you will need your login details coming from KIT Group, and it will arrive a bit later, closer to the Congress dates.
Excellent. And I think we will do a communication, especially for the registered delegates, about this app soon. So if you are registered, please expect a communication from us to let you download the app with all the information you need. But now that I have you, Camille, maybe we can go through some final reminders for the Congress, for those who are, they've booked their tickets, they've booked their hotels, everything is ready. What should they remember?
Well, I have a few points that I want to remind everyone. To pick up your badge on Sunday to avoid the rush of Monday. So Sunday it would be available from 11 to 6 p.m. at the Congress Center. On Sunday as well, we have the golf tournament sponsored by Incotec and the German's ISF charity cruise on the Tagus River. The last event is fully booked, but the golf, there is still availability. So if you want to join, please register. And on Monday, we have the change in times compared to the other days. The trading floor open at 11, and Tuesday and Wednesday, it will open at 8 until 6 p.m. The last reminder I want to give, it's about social events. We have on Monday evening the welcome party, which will take place as Estufa Fria. And on Wednesday, we have the farewell get-together that closed the Congress at Convento do Beato. For those two events, shuttles will be available from the Congress Center. So please join, it will be great fun.
Excellent. So all of this information is available on our website and also on the mailings that we are sending out. So if you are not on our mailing list, please make sure to join. We're also flashing here the website, which is congress.worldseed.org. And if there's any other question that you have that you cannot find the answer on the website, please feel free to email info.wsc@worldseed.org. Excellent, Camille. So before we close, I do have some more questions happening here. So one is related to membership. So we know that the ISF World Seed Congress is an exclusive benefit that we offer our members, and this is, a members event, essentially. But how can people who are not currently members join the Congress? Marie, maybe you can help us out here.
Yes, so absolutely, you need to be an ISF member or a member of your national seed association in order to access the Congress. We also and to have the full access, as delegate, and also we opened for visitor as a day pass. You don't need. It's not allowed for ISF members. Nevertheless, you need to be outside of the seed industry and not related to the seed industry. For example, for universities, for professors or students, or in business completely, or law firm, things like that, business like that. And
Exactly.
as an exhibitor, also, you don't need to be an ISF member.
Exactly. Thank you, Marie. So there are ways for non-members to join, and everything, again, you can find that on our website. Thank you so much, Marie. And just a reminder, if they want to join next year, when do we usually cut off the membership certification, shall we say?
We before the General Assembly, so before beginning of April, to be a member as of this year and for next year. So you can write to me right after the Congress or even now, but then you will be elected during the next General Assembly. All new membership has to be approved by the General Assembly, which happen every year during the Congress on the Wednesday, on the last day.
Perfect. Thank you, Marie. I have a question here about not the value of joining in person when everything else is streamed online. This is also a question that we got from one person saying, because you stream all of the discussions anyway online, why attend? And I think maybe I can bring in Michael here to explain what is the real value of the Congress apart from everything, the discussions that we do share online.
Look, Ira, I always say sometimes we know people cannot come, and we know also in these times it's not easy to travel, to take the plane, and also, let's be frank, it's not for free to join the Congress. At the other hand, I'm always saying, hey, that's the unique opportunity. That's the only moment where you can engage with everybody. And we reset the whole Congress also in the sense that we make very short sessions. It's 40, 45 minutes. General will see the 30 minutes. Means also this will trigger questions. This will trigger engagement afterwards. And this is exactly the beauty and the sense of coming to the Congress. It's listening, but more importantly, it's engaging and it's speaking and it's meeting people who you will not meet all the time. It's once per year, everybody's coming together. And that's the opportunity of being together. Again, we love also that more and more people are following us virtually, and this is good. And this helps us also to broaden somehow our community. But the real engagement, and we know all of this is on-site, in person, when you can spend a little bit more time to go a little bit deeper on some of the topics. And this is also joint action, means also creating understanding. And this you can only do at the end in person.
Excellent answer. Yeah. And as you mentioned, a lot of things are happening for those who've never been to the Congress, especially in terms of business and trading. These things cannot be replaced by virtual connections. These things can just not be replaced by even live streams, So really, we encourage you to come in person if you're in the seed business or if you're curious about the seed industry. Thanks, Michael. So let me get to bring back everyone again on screen with me. And now that we've known the program, we know the special events, maybe it's time for us to answer, what's the one thing, if you could choose one thing that people should not miss about the Congress, what would this be? Let's start with Tessa.
I would say the Congress run, of course, on Tuesday morning. So make sure you're registered before it's too late.
Excellent. And make sure to bring your running shoes, because it can happen that people forget to pack that in their luggage. Make sure to bring your running shoes. Thanks, Tessa. And Marie?
I would say, can I say two things, Ira? I would say the ISF booth, of course, to get to know more about ISF activities and more about the next Congress in Toronto, Canada. And of course, the ladies' breakfast on Wednesday morning from 7 a.m. in the Mirror restaurant also.
Excellent. Camille?
I would say the social events, of course, welcome party and farewell get-together.
Thanks, Camille. That is one thing also that cannot be live streamed, that's for sure. And we know how much fun can happen in those events. Ben.
Yeah, for sure. The run will be one interesting new things, and I'm really looking forward to this one. But I'm really looking also for the cultivation corner space, because that's also linked to our value chain engagement, to also bring other actors outside of the seed sector to also bring their idea, meet people, and I think we are here for that, to connect, those different organization, people, companies together. So I think there will be throughout the 3 days some very interesting event on the cultivation corner. So that will be a highlight for me.
Excellent. Andres.
I would say the Future Generation Corner. Definitely want to encourage everyone to join this place and to have some intergenerational conversation there.
Thank you. And Rose?
Oh, for me, I'm together with Camille, the social events, the welcome party and the farewell together, they are amazing. The dancing, everybody together. Really, this is one thing not to miss.
Perfect. Kaula.
I have to say I echo Rose as well, the fun part of it, but also all the panels that we are planning. It's really great to attend those.
Thank you, Kaula. Well, I will go with my one thing, because I realized that I have to mention that there is a press conference happening in the Congress, and this is happening on Monday from 11:30 to 12:30. We have around 30 journalists joining us on site. So if I had one thing not to miss, especially for you working in the media, please join us at the press conference. So last but not least, Michael.
I would not say not to miss. I would just say don't forget those who are coming to sleep before. Because when you are there, you have no time to sleep. There are so many things happening, and the team knows it. We will not have time to sleep. Therefore, sleep before. Don't forget that one. Because if you're not sleeping before, you will miss the whole thing.
Good advice. Good advice. And so thank you so much for everyone. I think those are great answers, and we will have the recording for this live that will be shared on our social media as well. So for those who couldn't make it, I hope you can watch it back. And for those who joined us, thank you so much. So we had people from Kenya, Pakistan as well coming, from Thailand, from the Philippines joining. So thank you so much for joining us live. And we hope either, big round of applause. We hope we see you in Lisbon, or if not, online via channel World Seed. As a reminder, please subscribe so you don't miss any of those lives. Sometimes we forget, our days fill up with activities and we forget, but if you subscribe, then you will get a notification. And if you want to join the conversation online, the hashtag is WorldSeed 2026. It really helps us get across all of the posts about people joining the Congress or engaging with the Congress. So please use the hashtag so we can follow that content. And if there's anything else, like we mentioned, please consult the website, congress.worldseed.org. Most of the information is there. And if there's anything else you need, please email info.wsc@worldseed.org, which are flashed on your screens now. If there's nothing else from anyone, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you in Lisbon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Ciao.